It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Black.
Check three.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Let's get it.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
I got one.
Garoppolo now. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things that I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked.
I got you.
That's me. Mike, check. 59. All day, dog.
2.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Here we go. 65.
They'll run with Coleman on first down, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job, buddy. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel and unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motion. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, they're going to be the GOAT. Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
54, right there, 54.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Got his target, Samuel. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up. And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Hey, let's get there. Mike, check, 59.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions. Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1. This time Jackson will throw it. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He'll return it from the 6. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go one more. Shoot. He's crashing. He's checking.
Hey, alert.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Coleman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Touchdown, 49ers. DK Metcalf. .46 yards as his guys are back within a single score. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check. Under 10.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Like 20.
Check, 59. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike, check.
Black. Hey, Haywood.
I got you.
Garoppolo again. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he almost. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Gold is able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a first carry for their fullback. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On second down, it's Cohen. Oh, able to avoid him. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run forward with Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And Zerline's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Check. Lucky. Alert flare.
Go ahead, go, man.
Now Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Third down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Go team, spill.
He's checking. Crash. Rush in.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
So now then, the big play has them all the way
21,
inside
21.
the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Six.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Six guard. Check 6 guard.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, gun.
Deuce. Showing it.
11.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, now this from 43. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
3 down, 3 down. Check 3, check 3.
Now Jackson. It's caught. Block it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 31-yard line.
And the Bears first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Drake, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Throwing is Jackson. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Here we go, here we go, here we
The
go.
last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Third down and 7.
Here we go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
21.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 25 on 2nd down, Garoppolo, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Garoppolo now. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Jackson now. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 44 yards. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached. Being able...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win.
And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 74 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
This will be fielded at the 6. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown, Chicago.
They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question? Your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Will that score you just added on the board, will it energize them? Or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
16.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep finding it.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They run again with Breida. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Slam, slam, slam.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll try and run with their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here now, Johnny Townsend as he's on to punt for Chicago. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Come on, set. Come on, sit down. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go.
This is Cohen. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They try again with Cohen. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, standing right on his own 5-yard line. On the return is Pettis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
You can't stop me.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden.